to know, who you are. I did. I blew it. It was dumb. Just ask me next time. Will you give me another chance? Wait a minute. What? You know what? If you want to talk to me, you just find me. You know where I'm at. And they left. And next thing you know, like 10 minutes later, you see the guy finding him by the pool. And the guy was drinking. He was drinking like tea or something. He's like, oh, it was nighttime. He's like, oh, you found me. And next thing you know, it was like so and so and so. And they just started going for it. He was like, oh, it was just like, you got to be kidding me. They didn't have to do that because the show was pretty good already. But here's the roles. You got the feminine kind of guy pursuing. Even in that relationship, I noticed that it was the feminine guy who was going after the one nobody knew was gay.
In America, we like to fix what's not broken. We really do. We excel at fixing what's not broken.
I suppose.
It's a national pastime.
Just to seem cutting edge, and I found that we do a lot of things to mirror European countries because we want to be globally competent. We want to be globally comparative. And when you do that, you take your standard down. And I was talking to a woman today. It is crucial. Like you say, this is a lot of stuff going on. But aggression among women is getting vicious. And where do you draw the line? I want to ask this before I forget. Guys, do you like being pursued? Do you like an aggressive woman? Let's be honest. I mean, I know this Christian.
Does being pursued and being aggressive synonymous? I mean,
I don't know. You tell me. I need to hear.
I would say no.
So a woman like sending you flowers, that's good.
That's disgusting.
What am I gonna do with flowers?
That's that.
I don't know.
I saw you.
Some guys like a woman.
Now, if you want to send me like an Amazon gift card, I'd be about that.
Gift card,
like an Amazon gift card. Like, hey, $10. I was thinking about you. Here's $10.
So if
so being aggressive means you going after him.
I'm not sending no man no flowers.
So you send him the text first, or like you ask him for his number?
Yes. In the book I'm reading, that's what happened. They met, like two people met, and they exchanged texts, like exchanged numbers. They text that night, and she was like, "Okay, you if you could, would you have sex with me?"
That's thirsty.
Oh. No, that's weird.
On like the first conversation.
First week of conversation, and next thing you know,
she's laying the trap out.
She's laying it out. She's like, okay, if you could, this was the text. Within the first week, if you could, would you have sex with me?
She's probably
thirsty. I mean,
wait, this is the first conversation.
This is in the first week.
That's still
a lot.
That's certainly interesting. I mean, I would not reject this. This is certainly interesting. If you want to lay it up for me,
you're not thinking this girl is on fire. Like you're not thinking about that. You're not thinking that if she offering that,
she may have a sex.
I have to talk to my uncle. You're not thinking if she's setting up the poo-tang pie that quick. You're not thinking that something's wrong with it?
And she says...
It depends. It depends. That's the thing.
I don't think so.
It depends because I don't like being pitched to you.
I mean, that would never be me or my circle, but the way that it's going, like people having sex with people off of Twitter.
Yeah.
Right. And Facebook.
Yeah.
At the club. Right. They gonna hold you after the club.
Yeah, like at the club. I mean, it's like... boyfriend on Facebook. I personally don't like being pitched to underhand. It's like if it's too easy, no. But if you're gonna make the conversation interesting, whatever.
How does it intrigue? How do you? No, you don't offer.
I just want to hear. Now, if a woman says it, and these just is quote unquote, if you could, would you have sex with me? Of course, the answer is absolutely. I mean, in this situation, and the point was being made because this is actually research done by a Christian author who was discussing aggressive females and what's the name of the book? Clueless men, aggressive women, clueless men.
We have a friend who has an app for that.
There's an app for that?
There's an app to get you some poo-tang pie.
Well, yeah, of course. Oh, okay.
You're like, oh, well, he's
like that Finder thing.
Poo-tang pie. He on the app for you. I don't know how to say that.
There's like the
and
Finder
it'll literally find you the person
that's closest to you with the app on the phone. Yeah.
Within
like walking distance. Within like walking distance.
Oh yeah.
No, this one's called Jacked. I found out the name.
I mean, if you're gonna have one, you're gonna have a competitive one.
I was like, what's the handle this. What do you mean?
If you're gonna have me real, if you're gonna have one, you're gonna have a competitive one. But yeah.
Oh, but he signed up for more.
So it's because somebody found a saint on there.
What?
No, because then on top of that, in the Jack thing, you list what you're on there for. If you're on there for friendship, for sexual relationships, and then you allow people into your profile, and that's when they'll see your nudies.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Are women?
No, this is just for the gays.
This one is for men. I don't know how women's apps.
So one person, I can't tell you because it's gossip.
Please, I mean, have you heard? Have you ever listened to like XM radio? You listen to XM radio enough. It doesn't matter what station you listen to. I listen to a lot of MSNBC, and so you listen on there, and there'll be the Ashley Madison commercials. And Ashley Madison is a website that helps you cheat on your spouse.
Yeah. I told you.
And the commercials are catchy as I don't know what. Yeah. I'm on the road, something, working hard for my family.
I was listening, I was like, wait a minute.
Ashley Madison, man.
Look at where we're going. Now, it's mainstream. It's mainstream.
That's why people feel as though it's just accepted in society for you to just
do whatever. So a woman can do whatever, and a man, he don't have to work. He don't even have to work for it because it's being thrown at him. And then if he chooses a man,
feminism.
That's good too, right?
No, but then the problem comes when a man knows, okay, there are women out there, I don't have to work for it. When he come across a woman that he does have to work for it, he'll be like, bye, done with her, and go mess with the next one. Because he knows I don't have to work for it. I've seen that happen because I have a lot of guys.
Too many fish in this barrel. You go fishing in the river.
It's so stupid. I'm not saying all y'all like. I didn't generalize y'all. I just said I.
So how do we stay separate? How do we separate ourselves from that? This was the burning question.
You mean as church folk?
You don't right. I mean that's what the world is doing, but I mean.
Do you mean as Christians or as people in general?
As people in general, right? It's just certain things.
Because I was reading this one thing. Not even reading. No, I wasn't reading nothing. I was watching videos. But there's like this idea that a woman being in church will keep her from meeting men.
Huh?
Yet a man can come to church to find a woman.
I mean, it's like 90-10.
You go to church. I kind of agree with that though.
You go to church, it's like 90-10.
Not in the content that he's saying, but the church doesn't teach you how to have a balanced life.
That's what the videos are talking about.
So
the church not teaching you how to have a balanced life.
Work balance, social balance is you
church is open every day. You're supposed to be in there every day.
You do nothing with your life. You don't get an education. You don't do anything. You work in ministry till they kill you dead, and you wait for Boaz to come. No matter if he have a job or not, no matter if he look terrible or not, you just marry him.
So, but
I mean, he's more progressive. But I'm saying that the holy, you know what I'm talking about.
I'm laughing because it's real. But how did people, like in the past generation, get somebody?
Because they married anybody. They miserable. They don't have sex now.
But I think that things have changed since then, though. Like back in those days, like even if like our parents and stuff, they didn't have all these social networks. They didn't have all these cell phones. Now, if those type of things make it so easy for men to just grab women and find women, that's why it's just a mess.
Yeah.
The social network, the cell phones.
Oh my god!
And that's why so many.
I think they were still doing it, but back then it was.
They
was going to work it out,
right? But still, it was not as easy either. Because just imagine here, if you meet somebody today, like back in those days, if you met somebody, if they got lost somewhere, it took. You had to go through hoops and boundaries to find a number, to catch up with that person.
You actually had to be charming.
Right. What is the chance of you running into that person randomly now? If you lose somebody's number, get on Facebook, find them. Get on Instagram, find them. Send me your number.
That's right.
And
that's real.
I mean,
that's real. I mean, and
all those things.
Do you think that plays into how even church people have kind of been pulled into this new definition of the man and the woman? I mean, do you think because I do believe that media plays a huge part? I think media plays a part in connectivity.
Yeah,
like I just talked.
Media plays a part. Media plays a part in socializing you to certain ideas.
I agree with that, but I think that
aggression. I don't know. You make a choice to be
aggressive. That's what I'm saying.
You make a choice to be aggressive.
And something on TV or a movie or something might have showed you that's a good idea. or maybe something you read. So that's a good idea.
So we're talking about women being the aggressors now.
Yes.
Like we're switching roles.
Yes.
And we're going after the men.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And we're saying there are different things that probably make that happen. My question was, how do you stay separate? How do we not become that? Because it's very easy. And it don't feel like it's like carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is a clear, odorless, tasteless gas that if you get enough of it, it will kill you. Sitting in your garage, warming your car up because it's cold outside, it will kill you if you don't have a line check. I'm telling you, this is the reality of it. When you're in a toxic environment, secondhand smoke will kill you, just like if you had the cigarette in your mouth. Do you see what I'm saying? How do we, and this is my ultimate question, because we're going to be dealing with this for a little while. It is plaguing me, because if we become, because we fight really hard to show that we're different. You know what I'm saying? We fight, it's particularly our generation, we fighting real hard to say, listen, I'm not a part of that. I don't even know what y'all doing. Okay, that's y'all, that's not me. Okay, I'll take that, I get that, but I don't do it like that. You see what I'm saying? We have really defined ourselves and said, okay, I'm okay with this. Before everybody started going natural, I was okay with this. You know what I'm saying? I was okay. A lot of people were not. A lot of people were like,
I sure was not.
You know what I'm saying? It's been 7 years. You gonna go get a perm? You know what I'm saying? And straight up, they were on me like,
man,
you're done with this phase. You know what I'm saying? It's raggedy today, but it's easy, and I'll get it done. You know what I'm saying? When it's done, it's done. But I'm okay with being different. Took me a minute to get here, but so many things in my environment were pulling me to play a role that I was not going to play. Certain things I wish I had been more assertive in. And then there's certain things I probably pushed too hard and messed that up. So trying to find a balance and being separate and saying this is what God wants me to be as a woman, or for you as a man. This is what God wants. And then when I see stuff that's around me, you have to reject it with extreme prejudice. We're tolerating a lot of things, and we're being intoxicated by what we're tolerating. You understand what I'm saying? We getting. It's easy for us to get watered down by our environment if we're not careful.
So you're asking how we stay separate.
How do you stay separate?
You have to know who you are. You have to know your value, and you have to connect with people with like minds.
And you know your worth.
Mm-hmm. I said value, worth, same difference.
Know your worth.
Don't try to chime in. I was running the trade.
She's getting preaching points. That's right. She's getting her 3 points.
Because I think that's what I think. Sometimes we become watered down because we look at what other people's doing, and we see what we don't have, and something within us is that it's not good enough what we have. So let me try this, or maybe that's not that bad because I see that she has a man and she's doing whatever she's doing to keep her man. So because you know they say I need to live holy, they say I need to do this kind of stuff, but maybe I should just lower a little bit standards or whatever, and then I can get what I need to satisfy my insecurity.
Here's the thing with knowing your worth, right? That's like a friend of mine on Facebook, a friend from high school, took a picture of this thing he saw on TV where it says Brooklyn women have the highest standards in the country. Apparently.
I don't have a problem.
It's like whatever. And so he put it on Facebook. He's like, I'm gonna let this sit right here and see what happened. And all these comments came down.
Of course. Of course. You see?
Yeah. And it's like knowing your worth and overvaluing yourself is a very thin line. And it's like any commodity, the market will check you.
You should have said
any commodity.
But how
between knowing your worth and being stepped up.
But confidence isn't arrogance. That's two separate things.
Yeah, but some people walk on that really fine line between cocky and confident. Like
some people will jump over that line, not knowing what that line was.
I don't know how to do that, but there are people that
maybe that's just not your lane.
Right.
Sounds like what?
Some people don't know.
Some people just don't understand their lane.
People don't know what that lane is. I mean.
These are things.
But there are some women that just like standoffish to every single thing. If you're not saying all, but if you're not perfect, daggone near perfect, then you don't get a chance. But some people don't know how to, adjust to that.
You think you a 9? You really like a 6.5. I
want to go off real bad.
Do you see? No, that's
a revelation.
Light bulb. That's real talk. That's real talk.
But I don't think.
What else did you say? You said something else. I want us to add to this. I got scripture, but we definitely got it. She says, this is what I kind of grabbed onto what she was saying while she was talking before I get to you, because it was good. She said, realizing, thinking that you're missing something and that what you have is not good enough and all of that. Mm-hmm. That's the book. That's Genesis. Adam, you can have everything except that. Mm-hmm. And the one thing he couldn't have, he was dissatisfied and ungrateful for everything else he had. But the one thing he couldn't have, he threw it all away to try to get the thing that he couldn't have and wind up losing the whole kit and caboodle. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Right. That's how I believe that's how identities get lost, because you so busy trying to chase something that you see everybody else might want.
Waiting for a sign from God as to why you should not have it.
Exactly.
That's everyday life.
Every single day. Those are choices you make. And I think if you make enough choices to say, I don't want this, that I should have, I want that, I don't want this, I rather that. Whichever one you prefer, that's what you become. You see? We have to think about this simply because I'm seeing a lot of church girls make fools of themselves. Mm-hmm. And I'm seeing a lot of dudes punked. Mm-hmm. I mean, voluntarily getting punked because they like being dragged around. They think it's funny. They think it's cute. You know, and that's grotesque. That's not God's position.
But men are insecure as well. I met a lot of insecure men.
Man, people are insecure.
Who said that? What was I talking about? Heavy other us. We were just talking about insecurity.
Men are. It's like the same.
It is.
They just mask it differently.
I think women are overcompensating for that when they are aggressive. And this is my opinion, that when a woman. Okay, let me give you the Bible because I'm learning my opinion is worth this much. Here's Jezebel and Ahab. Okay, Jezebel is a woman. She is arguably probably the most wicked. The most wicked woman. The Bible says she was more wicked than her husband, Ahab. She ran the show. Okay? Jezebel, she was a high priestess of Baal. So she didn't settle for lower rung, little worshiping, little idols sitting on the shelf. She was a high priestess. She would be like what God's prophets were. She was a high priestess, a woman of power, but on the wrong side. Right? 450 prophets worshiping her God that she has persuaded the nation of Israel. Everybody's following. And her husband, Ahab, who was wicked, really, she wore the pants. So when people say, oh, she got a Jezebel devil, they're not just talking about her having lipstick and stuff on. They're talking about
the lipstick part come from the scarlet.
Simply because, I'm gonna tell you that. Let me go ahead and put that out there.
I'm in my head.
Cultural bias.
Well, what happened was, while she was at her wicked reign, Ahab, her husband, this is it real fast. Ahab, her husband, looks out on his balcony and he sees a vineyard down there. He's like, I want that. So he goes down. The vineyard belongs to a man named Naboth, right? Naboth he's a true blue guy. He's just, he's trying to follow God. Ahab comes down, flashing his money. You know what? I would like to buy this off of you. Name your price. Naboth's like, well, you know the law, king. I know you're the king, but it says if we inherit the land, we can't give it away. I can't sell you this. As much as I know I'll probably get rich off of this, I'm going to follow God. He goes back to the house and starts pouting. He has a full-fledged temper tantrum. He's kicking. He won't eat. Everybody's trying to figure out what's wrong with the king. Jezebel walks in, popping her collar. What is the problem? What is the problem? He won't give me my land. She said, baby, don't worry about it. I take care of it. She goes, gets two men to lie on Naboth. And back then, if you were lied on and two people agreed, they didn't ask no questions. They stoned you. So they stoned Naboth.
What time?
Hi, sweetheart. They
I think it's over.
I was saying 55.
No way. I say 55.
They're not playing. They can come sit for a minute. Right? So what happens is, he gets stoned. She comes back. She said, baby, that thing you want, you go get it. Well, while he's down there enjoying his new vineyard, he's going to tear it up, make a vegetable garden. He's going to do whatever he wants. Well, the prophet Elijah comes and says, God saw what you did, you're going to get it. The dogs are going to lap up your blood. They're going to lick in your wife. She's really going to get it. There's going to be nothing left of her by the time guys get done with her. Right? Some years go by. Elisha comes onto the scene. Elisha tells his servant, listen, go and tell, get some oil. There's a new king. It's time for Ahab and Jezebel to be done. They've reigned long enough. Go and anoint the new king. His name is Jehu. Go and anoint Jehu, and when you anoint Jehu, get out of it as soon as you pour the oil on, because it's going down, right? So Jehu opens the door, you're the new king.
Peace.
He runs. Jehu gets some kind of something from somewhere. I'm a little king. I'm going to take him down. He gets in his chariot. He is on his way. First place, the vineyard. Ahab's down there. Well, the grandsons, all the sons down there. He take him out. He kills one with an arrow. The other one gets wounded. But he doesn't kill him. He gets wounded. He winds up dying. Next stop, the palace. I'm going to get Jezebel and Ahab. Well, word gets to Jezebel before Jehu gets there. Jezebel already gets word. There's a man coming. He crazy. He just killed his family. He on his way. Jezebel, take it like a G. She puts on her makeup and fixes her hair.
Oh, okay.
Sits in the window like, he can't touch me. I got this locked down. So by the time he comes, she's sitting in the window like,
what it is, what it do.
I got this locked down. Right? Jehu's smart. He don't even talk to Jezebel. He talks to the two servants next to her. Aren't y'all sick of getting punked by this woman? Aren't y'all tired? She's terrible. Don't you hate the way she talks to you? An aggressive woman. Don't you hate it? Aren't you sick of it? Look at how she's done the land. We've turned away from our God, and we let this woman do this. How about this? How about y'all throw her down here to me? Well, the men who got tired of being emasculated say, yeah, that's right. They grab Jezebel and throw her down. Jehu takes his horses and his chariot.